Homestead, and we are back for week number 4 in the Gen 4 series we're doing here. We're here at Homestead for 80 laps, and it'll probably be pretty tough. I made some adjustments to the fixed setup again to try and get a little bit more feel in the front end. The original default set felt like the front end was not even touching the ground when you entered the corner. It was just plowing straight up to the wall, no matter how much you slowed it down, which I thought was going to really hurt the bottom side and make an already top-line dominant track even harder to pass on. So I tried to mitigate that a little bit. I tried to help out the bottom as much as I can, or as much as I could. Try and get that a little bit more competitive. We'll see how it goes. I think the biggest thing, though, is going to be protecting the right rear. I think mainly the biggest thing for me, because when I come here often, man, that's not going to make the corner. Try and get another run to the line after that. Often when I race here, I have a lot of trouble snapping loose off the corner, and it just gets worse the longer the race goes. So I'm going to be really trying to protect that right rear, try and keep it gripped up for the entire duration of a run, because you can see it's one to step out. It can get loose up top, but it can also get really loose on exit on the bottom. It's really loose up top right now. Don't hit the wall. Try and put something of a lap in here. In the race, I think I'm definitely just going to be rolling the bottom line or just the middle. Try and keep away from this wall in case I overdrive it. It is quicker up here. You get a better run off the corner, but I think with the cooler track temp, I've got the gearing to where you're not going to have too big of an advantage down the straightaway. So I'm not worried about that. The big thing I'm worried about is just getting loose out of the corner and killing all my momentum down the straightaway for the entire half of the run where the tires are worn out. So I'm going to be really trying to roll that bottom and be easy on it, protect that right rear, try not to get it loose, as we put in a not good qualifying effort there, but I don't really mind. Wasn't pushing very hard, and when I was in the wall, so just start back there, hopefully move forward a little bit. I was 4th in practice, but 21st right now in qualifying, and we got another huge field, 35 drivers. Big thank you to everybody who showed up. Should make this a really fun race, especially if we get some green flag running. Looking forward to it as this season marches right along. Yeah, I think the track got hotter for practice or for qualifying there. Yeah, track temp's up to 125. The air temp didn't really change. I think it was 80 in practice, but all of a sudden the track temps jumped way up. But yeah, track's definitely heated up. The race doesn't start until 5 o'clock in sim, so it's going to be a little bit cooler, I think, and it's going to get cooler and cooler as the race goes along. And I think the cooler temps are going to keep the cars wound up a little bit more, which could even bring the gearing into effect for the top line even more, to where they start to struggle down the end of the straightaway a little bit, so maybe that can help the bottom side out of the corner some to be a little bit more competitive, because Homestead, very top line dominant with the oval refresh, very difficult to pass. I wanted to try and get the lanes a little bit more even if I could, but I don't know if I did a very good job of it. I think the setup feels better than the default, though. I wasn't going for a fast setup or a good setup by any means. I was just something that felt better and something that we could drive and have fun with. We're all going to be on the same thing anyway, so it really doesn't matter how good it is. So right now, we're sitting 24th on the grid. That's fine. JP up on the pole. Leighton, Damon, Hayden, and Colton rounding out the top 5, and Shane and Justin there with another good qualifying run. We've had 3 different winners for our first 3 races here in this series, so that is cool to see. We'll see if that trend continues and we get another first-time winner, or we'll see if someone can repeat. Actually, I think Justin's the only one here that can repeat. I think Billy and Eric are both absent from this one, and they're the other two winners, so we'll see if Justin can get a second win, or if we'll get another first-time winner for this series.
You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over.
Either way, it should be a fun race. We'll see if we can move forward, starting back here towards the back.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
Just going to be trying not to overdrive, as we just had Shane disconnect, and I think Spencer just disconnected before he did. So what happened there? Hopefully he can get back in. There he goes. He's going to miss the grid, I think. That could end up hurting him.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
He's got 25 seconds. Maybe he can get in. He must have had something happen with his system. Spencer not in the race either anymore. Oh, no, he's on the track. He must have reset as well. Okay. I saw he disconnected, but maybe he had reconnected before I saw that. Was Shane able to get on the track? He started up at 6th place. He's still not there. Still not there. No, he missed the grid. Dang. He's on his pit box. That stinks.
Well, damn.
Make it?
At least he's back in. He's not going to go a lap down.
I
But
missed the start. My Oculus went haywire. I had to reset the simulation.
oh, that stinks. Mechanical failure right out of the gate for him. That's no good, but at least he's back in. Hopefully no more problems.
He'll be fine.
Get a caution and get caught back up, but he's going to have a long way to go. He's going to have to use
I'll
that.
wrap him up for you if you want.
He's going to have to use that access road on pit
I think
exit,
it's going to be hard to make passes.
and that's what I'm afraid of. It's going to be hard to pass. But I think everyone's right rear is going to get really heated up. It's not going to be worn too much, maybe, or maybe not going to affect speed that much, but I think it's going to get hard to drive. So if we can just protect our right
I'm trying
rear,
this whole YouTube thing, but apparently OBS ain't going to work when I'm in the Oculus.
we just protect that right rear and get it nice and smooth off the corner without sliding. I think we might be decent shape long run. And we're off. Nice and slow through the gears here.
Yeah, one inside. Still there? Hold the line. All clear.
We get clear. I'm just going to go to the middle of the track here. Really got to be careful about this seam right here on my left. Crossing that or keeping the right sides on it will definitely get you sideways. So we just find ourselves in the middle lane here. That's fine. I'd like to get to the bottom, I think, but I think we can do just as fine up here as long as we keep from getting too sideways. Sideways and corner exit is what I am most worried about. If you overdrive the entry, like we see up there, somebody gets up into the loose marbles, and they take you forever to get the car to grip up and turn. You slide up into the wall. Alright. We clear a couple people on the inside. We're going to go down here now, see what we can do, see if we can be careful. See if we can be easy getting the throttle down. I think even riding just above this seam would be pretty decent. That used to be the line around here for a long time back in the day. No one would ever go to the bottom at all. It'd be a half lane to a full lane up. That's where the grip was. I think in 2003, I know in 2003, this configuration of the track, it was the first race with the high banking, but I don't know if it had progressive banking or not. I think it does now. I don't think it started off with progressive banking, so it was bottom line dominant to start with,
Still there, hold your line.
which I very much prefer because
Still there.
it provides much more passing opportunity.
3 wide, you're in the middle.
Not really where I want to find myself at
Hold
this
your
point,
line.
but here we are.
Hold your line.
See if we can
low,
get clear
low.
of both of them
You're
here.
wide there. You're clear high, clear high. You got one outside.
I am plowing tight through the center.
Taking the lead. Stay low.
All right, watch that seam. We're all right.
You're clear high, clear high.
We cleared Jeff. And we're up to almost 15th, I think. 16th, maybe. 17th, all right. That's fine. Got Nick Martin and Tyler here. See if they can move forward. They've both been pretty fast so far this season. Got a little gap ahead of Marius there in the 11th, and they're all single file up at the front, which is probably why they're kind of pulling away. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this middle line. Hard to do in traffic, but I kind of am liking it. Go a little bit higher here, see if we can clear Nick Martin. Feel the car start to rotate, just need to be very careful on the throttle. I don't want to give it too much throttle and have it get sideways on exit.
Still there, hold your line. Clear low, clear low.
Kind of missed turn in there and it washed up the track a little bit. We're just kind of stuck here right now, nowhere for us to go. Neither one of these guys can clear each other. But nobody is pushing too hard right now, which is fine, totally understandable. Long ways to go here. Gotta be careful, I got that right side on the seam. I knew it was gonna get sideways on me. Don't want to do that very often.
Still there. Stay high.
Or there either.
Stay high.
Gotta be so careful with the throttle through the center or we'll just jump sideways a little bit.
All clear, all clear.
Alright, we're back to single file, we're clear. And it puts us P16. This could go caution free. I did practice green flag pit stop. We'll have to pit around halfway. It's about as far as you can make it. Unfortunately. Well, it looks like you can make it to lap 50. Which is alright. But fastest way is probably going to pit lap 40. Alright, we'll see if we can get around Tyler here. We'll look low.
You got one outside. Stay low.
Might be tough down here, but we'll try.
Still there, hold your line.
No, you just can't do anything against that top side, unfortunately.
Stay low, there's a car on the high
We'll
side.
keep at it, just try not to get sideways. It's going to be so hard to compete there, though.
Stay low. The lead is on 33.89. Still there, hold your line.
what I don't want to be doing. We're just not making any progress on him. Yeah, we clipped the apron a little bit. That's no good. Oh,
Sorry, my Oculus went freaking stupid again.
Marius got into the wall a little bit. That's going to check up Tyler, allow us to get clear of him, and maybe get clear of Marius here.
Oh, good, buddy.
Shane's still having Oculus problems, unfortunately.
I hope I didn't take nobody out. I couldn't see nothing.
That sucks. No fun having hardware problems.
I don't get it. I ain't had a problem with this thing in months.
Yeah, that's how I am with my computer. It'll be fine for a while and then just start doing the same crap.
My whole
Or it
life
just
is
crashes
filled
all
with
the time.
technology glitches.
Alright, we're in 14th now.
Y'all have fun. I'm gonna try to figure out what my problem is.
That sucks. Mechanical failures were definitely a problem in this era of NASCAR, though. I was watching the 2004 Daytona 500 the other day, and Mark Martin blew his motor within the first 10 laps. It was completely out of the race. Obviously, he was going to be fast, as he usually was, but it just happens. You never know when it's going to happen. And hardware failures for the computer are basically the mechanical failures that we have to deal with, since there's no car mechanical failures, which is for the best. For multiplayer anyway, if it was single player only against AI, random mechanical failures would be fun, but multiplayer, there's no way to do it fairly. Especially when you've already got to deal with network problems and hardware, computer stuff. We're catching up to this group a little bit as they are racing side by side now. If we could pass all of them, we'd be in the top 10. But it may be difficult.
Outside.
Caden running the middle there.
There. Hold your line.
He sneaked to his inside.
All clear, all clear. Outside.
He just lets us have it. Now we're underneath Sage here.
On the high side. Still there.
Austin got big loose out of 4 there.
34.009. Still there. Hold your line.
Oh, he got big loose again.
Still there. Hold your line. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside. 2 wide.
3 wide. Got to be
Still there.
a little careful here. Didn't mean to put us there, but
All clear.
he kind of slipped up off the bottom lane. And my car just ended up there, so kind of had to go. I couldn't hit the brakes or anything, but it worked out. We got clear. Sage's getting another runner on our outside there. We'll just leave it open for him.
Outside.
He's entering the corner really fast.
All clear, all clear. Got one outside.
Sneak underneath
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Jerry here.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
See if we can make this pass.
Still there.
A lot of traffic right behind us. Got some smoke out of turn 4. Turn 4 could definitely be the trouble spot of the race.
Alright, looks like you're in the top 10.
I wasn't getting loose out of 2 nearly as bad as I was 4, but I still was getting a snap out of 2, just not quite as prevalent. So far so good though. Good clean racing from what I can see. We started halfway to the back of the field, so feeling pretty good. Top 10 up in front, way far ahead, over 2 seconds. We'll see if we can catch up, but it'll take a long time before we do, I imagine. Just going to keep doing what I'm doing, taking care of the tires, trying not to let the car slide too much. Maybe as they start battling, if they start battling, we will start getting a little bit closer. The sun reflecting off of turn 4 is kind of making it a little bit trickier. Can't really see how the car is reacting through the track, since you can't really see the track at that point. We are slowly catching up here though, so that's good. Track temp's cooling down, I think. At least the sun's going down. There's the wall. Causes us to overdrive just a little bit. I'm feeling pretty good though. I think my car's got some good pace. I think we've done a decent job taking care of the right front or right rear. I'm not really concerned with the right front, to be honest, in this one. I think the car is just going to trend to get more loose as the run goes along, so if we wear the right front a bit more, I think that would just help us.
34.147.
Plus, if we want it to get looser, we can just drive on one of these seams for a couple laps. And it will start jumping sideways on you. Tyler has gotten cleared of the people behind us as well. He's just back behind us now. Probably closing in. We're slowly closing in on Benjamin. Got somebody up on the outside. Everybody else kind of just been on the bottom lane. Kind of like in the middle groove right now. A couple more people up top now. "26 more laps before we need to pit. Lap 52 is about all we can make it. That is fine. I think, what are we going to want to do? Pitting it halfway, I would assume, would be the best. I don't really know. Is 2 tires going to be an option? Probably not, with how loose it's going to be out of the corner. I see Nick Martin again on the F3, so he's making his way forward, gotten into a decent spot. As we get a little bit closer and closer to this little pack. Oh, I missed the corner bad that time. Drove across that top seam, got it sideways. Crazy how much those seams will affect the car just by barely touching them. Nose is starting to shove a little bit on entry. Oh, get a little bit sideways there. Seen a couple people up in that pack get sideways out of the corner as well. A couple times. Oh, somebody loose down onto the paint. That's a Leighton. saves it though.
Stay low.
Car's definitely loose, but it's not nearly as difficult to drive as it was at Atlanta. But you can't imagine we're destroying the tires quite as bad as there. That track, it's like sandpaper. We get around Benjamin. We caught up to Leighton now after his slide. Kind of caught this pack. They've kind of been racing back and forth a little bit. Okay, feeling good there. Nice and easy. Have we done a green flag pit stop yet in the Gen 4 series? I don't know that we have. Where did we race? We raced. New Hampshire was the last one. We did not. Charlotte was the first one. Bristol we raced before the season started. And then Atlanta. I don't think did we have a green flag pit stop at Atlanta? I can't remember. We may have. I'm feeling good now. We're kind of moving forward. Car feels pretty steady, but we're going to run out of fuel, unfortunately. Leighton down on that seam there. He got a big snap, but didn't hurt him too bad. Kind of slides up off the bottom there. We're going to sneak underneath him.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
Clear him on entry. Get above that seam and should be able to hold on to the spot. Puts us P8. Is that Colton up at the head of this pack, running up high? Car wanted to jump sideways on me a little bit there. Whoever's leading this thing is still setting some fast laps. Just not a lot of tire fall off, unfortunately. I would love to see about 2 to 2.5 seconds of tire fall off for a run. I would also like to see the fuel tanks go a little bit longer than what they currently do. So I think the real cars of the day could still go a little bit further.
All clear, all clear. Inside.
We end up on the high side here, so we're gonna have to figure out how to make this pass after not running up here for a while. Looks like we'll be able to get it done though. We pass Alexander. That is Colton up there in 4th. And we are closing in on a top 5, so we get a bit loose there. A couple people on pit road. We're getting close to halfway. Better set auto fuel up right before I forget. I'm gonna want to add just one more click than what they think, just to be safe. Probably unnecessary, but I think it would be good to be safe. So I haven't really run the top this run, and if we get to where we want to run the top next run, we'll be using more fuel, and I don't want to be short. But honestly, I'm feeling like I don't really need to run the top. Which is awesome. When are people gonna pit? Probably not gonna want to stay out here too long. What was our best lap time?
Alright, we're halfway to the finish.
We're about a second slower. Which is not much. Leapfrog's not going to get you much. Oh, he's getting loose.
Got one outside.
Aiden there.
Hold your line. You're clear
Leapfrog's not going to help you too much, but I don't know if staying out's going to help very much either. Oh, Connor in front of Colton getting loose. Colton nearly couldn't check up in time, I think.
I'm pitting in this lap,
Colton's pitting. We'll pit next time.
Got one inside.
See how much of a disadvantage going a little bit longer is going to do for us.
All clear, all clear.
We got a nice space behind us. We're not going to need to call it out, I don't think. We'll go ahead and pit
4.421.
this time.
And you're fit.
Let's see how we do. Staying out could be not bad at all with only a second of fall off. But as the laps wind down here, you're not going to have much time to make it up the longer this race goes.
Pitting in.
Alright, decent on. Make sure we don't speed
5, 3, 2,
or drive through the pit box.
right here.
Alright. 65-70. We could have definitely gone longer, I think. Got 37 laps to go. We can definitely make it now.
That's it, go.
We maybe should have just stayed out and tried to get some lap-led bonus points. Or a bonus point. I think it's 5 points still. I think that's what I said it as.
You only have one set of tires remaining.
Alright, let's get out here and try and set some decent laps. Remember what cold new tires feel like. Nick staying out long. I think that could really be not bad. I think that could be good. Tire fall off is just
Tricky car pitting in.
not that big.
Inside. Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
Get to be side by side with Nick for a second.
All clear, all clear.
Now hopefully we'll drive away from him. I'm really happy with the tires. Really happy. I'm basically underdriving the car. Look how much we gained on Justin. Where did he pit from? He had to be up front, right? He lost quite a bit of time. If we're on his bumper now. Nick Martin going long.
You got one outside. Stay low.
I don't think
All clear.
it's going to be a bad strategy. We'll see where Nick ends up.
You got one inside.
And Nick Martin.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
Caden on pit road now. I think I can drive this car a little bit harder. Justin just gives it to us. Much appreciated. He'll probably come back and get us.
The lead is on 34.25. You just hit the fastest lap.
I just set the fastest lap of the entire session, somehow. That's what those new tires will do for you. Colton up ahead by 1.5 seconds, as well as a Leighton. So that's how much they gained by pitting 1 lap before us. I think a Leighton pit 1 lap before we did with Colton. Maybe he was 2 laps ahead. Either way, didn't gain a whole lot. Nick is on pit road now. What lap are we on? He probably could have gone another 3 or 4 laps. JP's still out here. We'll see where he ends up.
The leader is sitting down.
Leader on pit road, Damon and JP. First and second there. Is Colton going to inherit the lead? Are we going to be in third? Not yet. Raymond's still out there. Going to get some lap lead points. Lap lead points help. They're not quite as helpful in this series as they are in the Class B series, though, because the positions in this point system are spread out a little bit further apart. We just passed JP. He was on the access road.
Good job. The next car is the leader.
Damon coming out of the pits.
Inside.
He's going to fly right by us on his new tires. But our tire wear should equalize to where they're not that much better than we are.
Back in pit. There you go, man. Good job.
As far as tire advantage goes, they're still going to be quicker than us because they are, most likely. But I'm pushing it a little bit harder this time with the tire information that we got. Feeling pretty decent about that. We've caught back up to Colton. He's running the bottom now, maybe looking at his tires and deciding top was not for him.
Outside.
Here comes Damon around the outside.
Stay low. Stay low. The car is the just hit the fastest lap. 33.1.
He just set the fastest lap of the race. We'll see if we can follow him around to Leighton.
Clear high. You got one inside. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Clear low, clear low. You got one inside.
You can feel we don't quite have the forward bite that Damon has on those tires, but we did pass a Leighton. We'll go back to my middle line. Raymond going really long here. He's saved some fuel, hoping for a yellow. Doesn't get one, though. He's going to relinquish the lead there for second place.
All clear.
I'm not sure who's in the lead.
The leader is sitting now.
He's on pit road, though. Bradley. Colton, I think, is going to be content to run the bottom. We're going to see if we can pass him on the outside here.
Stay high.
This will be for second place.
33.377. All clear, all clear.
Now we get loose, middle of the corner, trying too hard.
You got one inside.
Just need to hold the line and not slide the car.
Good job. The next car is the leader. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
Gonna clear him,
Clear low, clear low.
just barely. I don't know, we could be in danger long run, but
Stay high. All clear, all clear. You're losing.
still feeling pretty good.
We got the one.
Damon's just on a whole nother level. I don't think he's going to fall off as much as he needs to for us to get back to him.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Easy.
But we are in P2. Less than 30 to go. Having a really fun race. Hope everyone else is enjoying it. I know caution-free races can be boring sometimes, but I've had a lot of action around me. And who knows, we could still get a yellow. We got another set of tires down there that we could put on for a run to the end. No green, white checkers in this series. I'm really enjoying that one lane up off the bottom line that used to be the king here. It's probably not quite as fast as the top, but I don't think I can hit the top consistently without overdriving and putting it in the wall. Or getting loose out of the corner really bad. Wonder where JP ended up, because he and Damon pit at the same time, but Damon is way up front. I don't see JP on the F3. Is Damon going to come back to us at all later in this race? I don't know. Even if he did, it's going to be really difficult to make a pass, and we're not going to have that many laps left. But who knows what'll happen. He's still pulling away from us, though. So I don't have to worry about that at this point. A lot of time left.
All right, man. 20 to go. Go get him.
20 laps to go.
33.42.
Alright, JP coming up on the F3 now. We're going to have to worry about him catching up to us back there. He probably is going to be able to. We'll see how many laps it takes him. If he gets here, we still got a lot of race left. We may just let him go so that we don't get caught by the rest of the people behind us. But if we have a chance and it's late, we can defend and try and get second. We will do that because we know how tough it's going to be to pass. But he may just be quick enough to get around us anyway. But he's got to pass Colton first. And I'm not able to gain anything on Damon. He's just continuing to drive away. It's going to take a massive fall off for us to have a chance. Or a big loose moment out of the corner, but I don't see him making one of those. He's looking very solid up there. JP gets around Colton as I drive into the wall looking at the F3. I'm not trying to conserve that much really at this point. I'm trying to go as hard as I can without it sliding. But it's not quite good enough. We could move the brakes back. Might as well try that.
That car is a lap down.
I don't think it's going to help us that much. We're not using a lot of brake. I need to try and get everything I can out of the corner though with this throttle. Now JP's still catching up big time.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah, buddy. I'll see if I can follow you.
We just kind of lost the front end. I'm pushing too hard and it's getting
Oh, got
sideways. That's going to slow us down. JP's caught us from a mile back really fast.
Safety car.
There's not going to be anything we can do to hold him back.
The lead is on 33.632.
We're still 3/10 slower than Damon.
Got one inside.
We're just losing everything on entry through the center. Whoa, a little bit loose. Make sure we don't run into him. He's going to clear us. Here, no problem.
Say hi.
Well, I thought he was. He will now.
Still there?
We're just going to have to fall in behind him.
All clear, all clear.
Maybe we'll have a shot to get back to him before the end, but probably not. Especially like that. Now we just got to not lose it and lose our spots to Justin and Colton back there.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
Just had a stutter. Hopefully the recording's fine. I think it is. You can tell I'm overdriving entry, how much I gain on him on entry. And that's probably why I can't get it to turn through the center. But I've just been running that this whole time, and I'm having some decent success with it, but not as good as him or Damon, apparently. He's just dominated the field up there. He's still pulling away. We try to run top. Really wish the stuttering would stop this close to the end of the race. Because it's going to end up crashing the recording. I really don't want that. Only 10 laps left. Don't touch that seam. JP's pulling away. Justin's catching up. Yes, thank you, spotter. I can see that. We just need to be smooth here, no big loose moments, and we can finish third. Nothing for us up top, might as well keep running down here. Some people are probably able to get that to work better than me, but I'm more comfortable down here running just as fast, so. Might as well keep down there. Let's get this thing to the end and give ourselves a podium for a decent points day. No bonus points or anything, but that's okay. And I'm glad this race didn't go into nighttime. Oh, Caden on pit road. What happened to him? That's unfortunate. He's out. Something must have happened. I'm glad this race didn't go into nighttime because they didn't run it at night in this era like they do nowadays, or they used to. Five to go. If we get a yellow now, it's pretty much over. Don't think we'll be pitting again. And we can have ourselves an all-green race at Homestead. Really fun. We were in a battle pretty much the whole time there. But halfway in this run, after the pit stop, we kind of got stuck by ourselves until JP caught us, but that's alright. We're in a good spot. Just need to come home and finish the race. Make sure we secure the spot. I guarantee you the tires are going to be worse after this run. I definitely felt like I pushed it harder, and I did that intentionally because we had so much tire left. And we still moved forward, so we were able to get all the way up to third, passing Colton. We had one lap newer tires than he did, but I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference on speed.
I'll stay low, Damon.
Justin is catching us. All three of those guys back there are kind of catching us, but we're running out of laps for it to matter. We're coming to 2 to go.
2 to go this time by. The leader just did a 33.927.
Overdrive it, that's fine. Just don't spin out. Crossing the seam. Damon's going to be getting the white flag pretty much right now. That's how far ahead he is. We're coming around to get it.
White flag, one more left to go.
Caution-free race, white flag in the air. Get it around one more time. And when did we start? 24th, all the way up to 3rd. Made some good passes. Decent pit stop on and off. And I'd say that's a pretty successful race for us.
We've got about 5 laps.
And fuel was just about perfect.
Amazing race, guys. That was tons of fun. Gavin, how the hell did you do that?
I don't know. Good race. That was a lot of fun. Nice win.
There's the Checkered.
Good race, everybody.
There you go, man. Good job, driver.
Good win, Damon. Wish I'd been up there with you. I picked up a little bit of wheel damage just before the pit stops.
That stinks. Wonder if he got in the wall.
A great race, great win. You kicked butt, Damon.
Yeah, no kidding. He was 20 miles ahead.
I just couldn't figure out how to ride that top line.
Yeah, I only went up top if I had to, and I tried it a couple laps at the end there, and was not any better for me.
After about 20 laps, I just had no speed. I couldn't ride the top without hitting the wall.
Oh, that was a tough one. 68.76, so actually still not that bad.
Really fun racing off the first time. I really enjoyed that.
71.79. That's pretty good from Nick there. Really good.
Pretty sure it's bent my brake front 10 laps ago.
Nick.
I just kept trucking it.
Nick all the way up to 8th from 31st starting spot. He did awesome as well. I think he gained more spots than we did. I'm not going to try and do math right now, but that's what it looks like. Damon there gets the win in the 28 Haviland car. Cool to see that one win. And let's go take a look at any incidents that were out there. We saw some people on pit road, some people disconnected, but not sure what the cause was. Let's go take a look. Oh, that's Shane's Oculus going out. That could have been a yellow easily. Shane just couldn't see. He's basically stopped off the corner and he pushes up, but his screen just went completely black, I think. Gets a little tap there, and then Rick into him, and Shane head on into the inside wall. But Rick does a pretty decent job of getting the minimum amount of damage for that. Jump all the way to lap 35. Nothing going on there. Dennis loose out of 4, but nothing. JP, oh, that's his wheel damage, I bet you, lap 40. That hurt him. That hurt his chances. That's probably why he fell so far back from Damon. He came out of the pits just behind him, I think. I think we passed him right about at the same time. Nicholas gets loose into the wall. Loose out of turn 4, like we were saying. Very dangerous. And I think it's just showing tire readings for people. Oh. Tyler gets loose out of 2, up into the wall, loses a little bit of momentum, but I don't think that damaged the car at all. Oh, and then Caden, lap 72. Loose out of 4 into the inside wall, that hurt the car. People running all the way up to the wall. Keeping the throttle in it, gets it sideways. Oh, on that seam, that's not gonna grip up nicely, and then hard into the outside wall. Breaks the right front. That could have almost been a yellow as well. So easy to do that out of turn 4 though, especially on the seam like he was. And oh, that must have been oh, that was the end of the race. I was gonna say maybe his screen went black, but I think that was just the end. And Damon dominates for the win. Let's take a look at the results. See, does burnouts. 3 lead changes for no cautions. Damon gets fastest lap, 31.124. JP right behind him, not 31, 33.124. JP with a 33.127. We were a 1.55, so we weren't that far off. Anybody else in the ones? Not seeing anybody. We come away with 165 points, not too bad. JP gets lap lead bonus. Damon gets most laps led and a lap led. He led 74 laps. Dominated, absolutely dominated. 185 points for him. We get a podium after starting 24th. Justin winds up 4th, and Leighton all the way up to 5th. I guess he started 2nd. I thought he started back there with us, but apparently not. Connor 6th, Colton 7th, Nick all the way back from 31st comes up to 8th. Great finish for him. Alexander and Nick Martin has a good run as well. And here's the rest of the field. Then we'll take a look at the point standings for this series with our 2 drop weeks not being calculated quite yet. I can figure it out here. Gen 4. I'll start calculating the drop weeks later on in the season. JP in the lead by 1 point. Justin with 670, 1 point behind JP. JP no wins yet, but he's got those bonus points, 25 bonus points, put him up front. I'm back here in 3rd, quite a ways behind. And then Colton quite a ways behind me. We've somehow gotten a really big lead on Colton. Probably his Atlanta finish is what's hurting him the most, but with the drop weeks, that'll bring him right back to us. But our average finish of 4th matches JP's average finish, but not as good as Justin's average finish of 3rd with the win. But he's somehow only in 2nd. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Nick in 5th, about 30 points behind Colton. Warren in 6th. Nick Martin, Alayton, Caden, Eric not in this race after winning. He's down in 10th. Billy not in this race after his last win his win last week at New Hampshire. He's down in 16th, only 340 points, but I think he hasn't been in multiple races, so that hurts him in this points standings. But the drop weeks are going to change everything. It's going to get a lot of people right in the hunt. And once we get to about week 7 or 8, I'll probably enable it in the standings, and it'll show up on here who's leading with those 2 drop weeks calculated. So then it'll really be a hunt for the championship. And Damon, his first race in the Gen 4 with us, down at 35th, average finish of 1st with his 1 race and 1 win. We'll see if he can come back and get more wins and climb all the way to the top of the leaderboard. But that is 4 different winners in 4 races. Next up is Pocono, Old Pocono, and then we got a Super Speedway Talladega. We'll try out the new Super Speedway bodies. Not going to be my favorite, but haven't done it with the new car yet, so might as well give it a shot, especially since we can bump with the flat noses now. So, should be fun either way. That was a fun race, fun battle there for a while, and then just had to hold on to it in 3rd, and I think we did pretty good. I'm happy with the top 3 and a very clean race. So good job to everybody, and thanks for joining, and that was a lot of fun.